As we look forward to spring and warmer weather, our minds focus to where we spend most of our time, and that's our homes. That's just what this month's edition of the Buffalo Spree magazine is all about. The magazine of Western New York is featuring a real estate and what's new around the area. Editor-in-Chief Elizabeth Licata is back with details. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, I always look forward to the new edition of Buffalo Spree, and it surrounds the home. It's the home edition.
Yes, we do home editions 4 times a year. And in March, we do our big home edition, where we feature it on the cover. And this time we decided, so it's the first time we've really focused on real estate since 2000. And interestingly, 2 of the people who we interviewed in 2000 are interviewed for this issue. Realtors Peter Hunt, who's CEO of Hunt Real Estate, and also Susie Lenahan, who's been a top realtor in Western New York for a long time. And it's great to have that continuity because these people know what they're talking about. Mm-hmm. And it was really interesting what we learned when we did this issue.
Yeah, I wonder how their opinions have changed from a few years ago to now this edition.
You know, it's not that different because, as I'm sure you realize, Buffalo, Western New York did not experience the big bust in real estate in 2008. We've experienced sort of a steady, sort of progressive kind of incline in our prices ever since. And so in 2000, the market was a little bit hot then too. And now in 2016, 2017, it's even hotter.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to ask. I think the question is, how hot is our market?
In the very desirable neighborhoods, in North Buffalo, Delaware District, Elmwood Village, parts of Allentown, you're finding homes that sell sometimes before listing, where there's bidding wars on homes, and this is just common. And you ask anyone who has been watching the assessments on their own home, and they can tell you that the values are going up.
What I found was interesting in this issue, there's an art to staging your home when you're going to sell it.
Well, it depends on what kind of home you have. What I found, I interviewed Barbara Baker about this. She is a longtime realtor in Western New York, and she said that with new homes, sort of new builds that really need some personality, you need to add things, maybe add paintings or touches of color and so on to make the home warmer and more inviting. But with older homes that have a lot of architectural features inside, you might want to clear things out and minimize a bit and not have too much clutter. We often don't realize, you know, when we've lived in a house for a long time, how much clutter there is that we just take for granted. And it stops prospective buyers from really seeing the beautiful bones of your house. So it really kind of depends on what sort of house you're trying to sell.
And these changes don't have to cost money. Cleaning up a little bit?
No, not at all.
Adding
not
just
at all.
A little paint?
Not at all. And of course you don't want it, you know, you want your landscaping to be attractive, neat, colorful, warm. Again, the whole idea, warm, inviting, but not cluttered or messy, and not bare and cold.
Buying a home nowadays has to be much different than it was 20 years ago, especially thinking about technology and how that helps in the process.
There's all kinds of online tools, and we have a whole technology article about that, about all the different apps and so on that you can download. And of course, people are finding through digital means that they can do a lot of people are selling their own houses or so on. I personally would always like to work with a realtor.
Yeah, but online or even on your phone, you can take virtual tours of homes.
You can see every single room.
It's so unique.
Yeah, it is. It's great.
And it gets the job done nice and easy. And maybe you don't have time to actually see the home in person. Me personally, I think I would like to check it out, but that's what the realtors are for. And with our Western New York market being so hot, it's so wonderful to see how our city and how our area has evolved over time.
It is evolving, but we also have an article in there about gentrification, because we're finding that, of course, that not all areas of the city are benefiting from the development booms, the progress, the economic progress that we're seeing, and that's an issue. And when you see parts of like when people get priced out and just can't find homes, say in the Elmwood Village or Allentown, then they're moving west. And what happens then is the home values there go higher, and then it's harder for lower income people who already live in those areas, who settle those, particularly in the west side where a lot of our immigrants and refugees have settled and have really made those areas better. with the great businesses and restaurants and things that they've established there, made those areas more attractive. So then you have gentrification, just like happened, you know, in New York with Soho. Of course, New York is impossible for a normal person to live in anymore. I don't think it's going to happen in Buffalo.
Yeah, and that's the question too: is how do we fix that? Is there a way?
Well, yes, there are ways. First of all, you make sure that the jobs that development brings are available to everyone, are available to the people who live in that you know, that they have those economic opportunities.
Bring more people into our city.
Yes, and to benefit from all these this new construction that's happening. And there are ways to make sure that there are moderately priced apartments and homes available for those that need it. So we have to take care of everybody.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. You know, there just is so many great things inside the covers of this new issue of the Buffalo Spree magazine, the home edition issue. Very exciting this March. Now, for more information, please, buffalospree.com. You really need to get your hands on this March issue of Buffalo Spree. Thanks, Elizabeth.
Thanks so much.